On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
A quality run by Kamara, who's the same dependable and often spectacular back the Saints drafted in 2017. Another season of nearly 900 yards rushing and 500 receiving yards.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw caught by Olave. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. Duvernay in motion. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Off of play action, Darnold. Darnold loses it, and the Texans scoop it. A little careless with the football. He also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They're trying to continue that trend here this afternoon. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run with the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Touchdown, Texans! Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. Now they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tongue rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Get it!
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Play action. Here's Stroud. Delivers another one to Pierce. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. They go again with Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there behind the line by Isaiah Foskey.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham, 27 yards. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Ready, set.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Hand off left side, Pierce. Stiff-armed him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play action. Stroud now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ready.
They'll run here with Pierce. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the
touchdown! With career touchdown number 60. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the 50, it's Darnold. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a half, but not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break, Darnold. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 1-yard line.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins from 6 yards away. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. Inside the 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball's thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw is Darnold. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devin Duvernay from 10 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, check that. Check. Ready?
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Another carry for Pierce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That is caught by Dell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Panther 11, Panther 11, go.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Touchdown! Tank Dell, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out right at the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's the occasional ball carrier. It's Taysom Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Jay Sanders breaking through and blowing that play up in the backfield. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Trap 60, trap 60.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
19. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Stroud working out of the gun. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Texans 49, Saints 14. Fairbairn, the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yep.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Christian Harris. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Sit down.
Hiking 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain.
But Charles,